What is up, Hexagons and Pulsinators? I want to talk about Pulsechain PulseX price speculation as the dollar values will be coming out soon. A lot of developments happening on the mainnet, how to connect to the Pulsechain testnet, and how to liquidity provide right now without prices for that incentive token. Let's hop into all that. And if you guys are excited about the Pulsechain launch and you want to spread this information to other people, support the channel, make sure you smash that like button on the way in. Richard Hart said, at what block did you find the biggest PLS burnt? Okay, burning is a supply shock. In economics, a supply shock is when an event either increases the supply or decreases the supply. Decreasing supply, obviously being bullish for the price. In a burn, as it can sound, is bullish for the price. It's taking tokens out of the supply, out of the circulating supply, never to be touched again. And in this one transaction, yesterday the network was really clogged with Zen launching on Pulsechain. 200,000 Pulse tokens at the sacrifice price. That's like almost $20, okay? For a transaction on the Pulse network. Pulsechain was made for lower fees. $20 fee is pretty crazy, but that is because the Zen blockchain launched. I'm not here to talk about that. So how do you connect to the Pulsechain launch? I'll get to that in 1 second. A good website Richard tweeted out, pulseburn.com. And if you guys like Pulsechain updates, follow me on Twitter. Links in the video description below. It shows you how much of these tokens are being burnt, and it's pretty crazy. In just under 48 hours of launching, 6 billion PulseX has been burnt. 500 million Pulsechain has been burnt. And these are tokenomics. These are pumpamentals. Deflationary designs into the token to basically make the price more supportive. I tweeted out, what percent of Pulsechain PulseX bag are you providing to farm the incentive token? I'll show you how to do this in a minute. I'm providing about 20% of my bag. All right, but let me know in the comment section. You don't have to answer this tweet. If you are farming the incentive token, how much of your bag? 100%? 20%? Let me know. And this lady says, still bullish on PulseX's incentive token. What's it going to be worth? I think if you use the sacrifice values right now, one incentive token is worth around 200,000 Pulsechain, which is like $20 at sacrifice rates. And I had someone in the live stream yesterday, this was kind of interesting, talking about they're swapping all their incentive token right now before price launch to Pulsechain. And I was like, that's a pretty interesting strategy. Most people are probably more bullish on Pulsechain than the incentive token. So that might not be something bad to do. I might start doing a little bit of that. But yeah, if you're farming the incentive token, let me know what percent of your bag, if you're comfortable telling me in the comment section below. And are the Tate brothers in on Hex? Richard Hart tweets out a storm that Pulsechain will be coming. 1 second. He tweets out that Pulsechain will be coming. The storm is coming after Pulse ramp. 1 hour later, Cobra Tate, this is Andrew Tate, the most Googled man in the world, talks about life-changing opportunities coming within 48 hours. 2 hours later, Talisman Tate, his brother, tweets about missing out on Hex. This guy mentioned Hex, okay? Could Richard Hart's first live stream be with the Tate brothers? That would be absolutely crazy. I'm not going to say that's going to happen, but that'd be crazy. And it's just crazy to see someone like Andrew Tate's brother, Tristan Tate. Your opinion on these guys aside, a lot of people hate them, very polarizing figures, but their influence cannot be understated. These are two of the most influential people on the internet. And he's saying, I missed Hex, but I cared. So this guy knows what Hex is. He knows what Richard Hart is. These guys are very wealthy people, and imagine a stream with the Tates and Richard Hart, what that would do for Pulsechain. That'd be crazy. Insomni, all right, kind of talking about this guy. This guy has a lot of great takes. Follow him on Twitter. Andrew Tate has 6.6 million followers, really much larger than that. If he shows Pulsechain, you can assume a 1% conversion rate. That's 66,000 extra people. Pulsechain could get a floor price 2 to 4x on top of it now. Might put Pulsechain at a 10x price launch day one after it starts. People don't follow Andrew Tate like they follow other influencers as well. This guy's about preaching improving your life. So these people don't only follow Andrew Tate, they look up to him. He's one of the strongest types of influencers, and it's just crazy to see him getting involved with Pulsechain. I want to show you guys a video of Ivan on Tech. He put this on his YouTube channel talking about how much did sacrificers make and why ETH is dumping, or why Hex on Ethereum is dumping. But first off, how do we connect to the Pulsechain testnet? All right, so I'm going to switch to a zoomed in view so you can see my MetaMask. I have this tweet here. It's from Richard Hart. Make sure it's the official blockchain. You don't want to connect to a fake one and get scammed. And I'm just going to copy and paste this into my MetaMask. So I'm going to go up to the MetaMask in the upper right, the little fox icon. I'm going to try and dumb this down as if I was telling my mom. She's not dumb, but she's not as good on the technology as I am. So I'm going to go to my MetaMask wallet. I'm going to go to this drop down up at the top where it says networks. Can't really see it on the screen. Okay. I'm going to press that. I'm going to go to add a network. And I'm going to type add network manually. And there's a setting on YouTube. Go to the cog wheel if you want to slow this down. Network name, Pulsechain. And I'm just copying this from Richard's information. The RPC, https rpc.pulsechain.com. rpc.pulsechain.com. And I already have the network connected, so it's showing me this message. Chain ID, 369, beautiful number. Currency symbol, PLS, and the block explorer, which is optional, but I like to put that in. Scan.pulsechain.com. Okay? You'll press save here. I can't press save because I already have the network connected. But if you don't, boom. Now you go up here and switch Ethereum, Pulsechain, BNB. All right, so now we're on the Pulsechain. And I've sent some tokens into here. You're not going to see PulseX on the tokens yet. You're going to have to import that token. So I'm going to go and do that really quickly. The PulseX contract address. This is also a Richard Hart tweet. You might want to find this on Richard's Twitter. I'm just going to copy the address to the PulseX token. And in your MetaMask, all right, you don't see the tokens. So you have to press import token. Copy that address. It'll automatically get PulseX, add custom token. So I got a massive amount, 1.8 million Pulse tokens. So now I'm going to show you how you can farm the incentive token. We've connected to Pulsechain. How do you farm this incentive token? So we're going to go over to PulseX. All right, pulsex.com. And I'll actually start at the beginning. All right, so from pulsex.com, I'm going to scroll up here. You can check out PulseX right now. I'm going to click PulseX. And now I'm going to provide, I'm going to exit the Zoom window so you can see this here. All right, we're going to go to earn, okay? And we're going to go to farms. In the future, there will be more farms, but right now it's just PulseX and Pulsechain. Now, if you've never liquidity provided, there are some risks. Do not put your whole bag into this. At the beginning of the video, I asked, what percent of your bag? I'm only providing about 20% of my bag because there is a downside. You can lose money. It's called MIM, permanent loss. Look it up. I'm not going to explain it now, but there's a little bit of downside to this. So don't just put all your money into liquidity providing. I think 20% is somewhat risky, but that's what I'm doing. So we need to first get this token. It's the liquidity providing token. You have to have equal dollar amounts of PulseX, okay, and Pulsechain. And I already have that. I have about 600,000 Pulsechain, 1.8 million PulseX. So we need to get the LP token. All right. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to put 680,000. 680,000. Yep. Now, when I did this, when I liquidity provided yesterday, on my other wallet, this 680,000 Pulsechain would have gotten me only 1.8 million PulseX. So the ratios have already swapped around pretty significantly. And this is when you can potentially lose money. So I think Pulsechain's become more valuable. So I'm going to have to do less Pulsechain because I only have 1.8 million PulseX. So we'll do 450,000 Pulsechain, 1.7 million PulseX. I'm going to enable it, approve the transaction, enter a default spending cap. This custom spending cap, basically just put in an amount that you're comfortable. It's basically a way to prevent the third party from spending too much. So I'm just going to put a million in. I got to pay 150 Pulse tokens as a fee. This is just enabling PulseX to be able to use your PulseX tokens, because essentially you're providing your tokens to be used in the marketplace for people to buy and sell. You're providing liquidity. It's called a decentralized exchange, PulseX, because it's decentralized. There's no market maker. We are providing liquidity. Just little guys like you and me. So I'm just waiting for the transaction to clear right now. And just have some fun. Comment in the comment section below. At what price do you think Pulsechain launches? Do you think Pulsechain launches at a 50x, a 5x? I want to conservatively say a 2 to 3x. Cue the Jeopardy music while we're waiting for this fast transaction to approve. And I'll just go ahead. Now, so we did the first step. We got the PulseX Pulsechain LP token. Once we have the LP token, after this, okay, there it goes. I'm going to enable PulseX. Thought I just did that. Maybe the transaction bounced. You also need to press enable farm. I'm going to do that now. So I have my LP tokens, okay? We have our LP tokens. That transaction went through. So now once you have the LP tokens, we're going to go to stake LP. Looks like the transaction's still going because it says I have 0 right now. I'm going to press supply. And so I have about 800,000 of the pool token. This pool token is going to farm me. I'm going to approve this transaction. It's going to farm me the incentive token. And if you want, you can press this button to add this is the pool token. This is, you use your PulseX and your Pulsechain to get the PLP token. The PLP token is what you use to provide liquidity, okay? So refresh it, and you'll see live, here it goes. It says I have 800,000. I'm going to stake all of that, confirm. Transaction submitted. And we'll start earning this incentive token. Now, some people have speculated the incentive token could be tied to the wallet. I don't know what it's going to be tied to. It could just be a token that you use to just sell, but it's going to be worth something, whether it's worth $10, whether it's worth $1. This is a pretty good passive income opportunity for pretty low risk, all right? My funds have been staked in the farm, and in just a minute, you'll see this incentive token amount being updated, all right? So before you guys leave, make sure you subscribe if you like daily Pulsechain content, and comment in the comment section below after you Will Smith the like button. What is Pulsechain launching at? A 100x, a 2x? Is it going to be down 50%? Let me know in the comments below. All right. God bless you guys. Until next time.